Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is George, and today I got like a different sort of video, kind of like a free flow, and if I end up liking how, whoa, if I end up liking how I make these videos, I might make more. Um, but yeah, like I said, it's kind of like what I want to talk about at the moment. And one of the things I want to talk about at the moment will be Diablo, and how it swept me. Like one day I stop, I don't even touch Diablo, and then the next day I'm just constantly playing Diablo. And it's a game I beat way back, like back in the PS3 days. When they actually I got a funny story about it. The game comes out, and so I'm in school. I'm like in college or something, and I'm supposed to go to class, but I'm like, oh, you know what? You know what just came out today, and it's pre-ordered, and I already paid for it, so all I need to do is pick it up, and it's Diablo 3 for the PlayStation 3. And I'm a big Diablo fan. Not the biggest. I don't know much about every little detail about Diablo, aside from it's from Blizzard, and Blizzard makes World of Warcraft. But I enjoy it. I enjoyed it to the point where I had Diablo 2. I played. Back when I played Diablo 2, it was kind of like an old game by then. I bought it for like $20 at GameStop, and it came included with the Mephisto DLC. But that game was sick. It was old, but it was still regarded as one of the best games for its time. It's probably still is. It kind of created like this dungeon crawler genre. You see a game now, and it's like, oh, it's like a Diablo clone. It's the game where other games try to imitate. It's really good, and props to Blizzard. But anyway, I'm kind of getting ahead of, or just getting sidetracked. So I guess I'll go back to my story. Yeah, so I love Diablo 2. I played that to death. But I was never a hardcore player. I was just, oh, Diablo 2, cool. Maybe because I was way younger back then. And then so Diablo 3 is released, right? And I'm like, you know what? I'm supposed to go to school. I had class, but I'm like, I'm gonna skip class today. So I woke up. I woke up late on purpose to go to school, and then I just kind of like dressed up. And I went to GameStop. And I'm like, hey man, is Diablo 3 out? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, you gonna purchase it? I'm like, oh, I've got this receipt. I already had it purchased. And it's like, okay, cool. So he busts out like, my copy or whatever. And then he's like, oh, do you want this poster? We're handing out a few posters. I'm like, oh, let me see it. And it's like a big, like, frame poster, probably about like 3 feet in length and like 2 feet in width. And it's like, it says like Diablo 3, right? And then when you turn it around, it's got like a picture of the barb going through a bunch of demons. Very cool picture. So I'm like, alright, cool. This is great. And Diablo. I skipped school for this. Sign. Where do I sign? So hell yeah. So now I'm heading back home with from smell from ear to ear. And once I get home, I'm about to play some Diablo 3. And the game is promising. I liked it. There were some things where Diablo 2 did better, but for a console port, it was to be not that I expected a lot from Diablo 3, right? I was just so you know, I guess I was just so like blinded by Diablo 2's success that I undermined any Diablo 3 flaws. You know, I was just like, nah, the Diablo franchise is so cool because Diablo 2 was so cool, so anything wrong with Diablo 3 is non-existent, right? Now that I could see, yeah, there's maybe a few things why, you know, originalists of Diablo fans have their grips about Diablo 3, because there are some things Diablo 2 did better. I just think the atmosphere, the attacks, the skill tree for sure. I like the skill tree on Diablo 2 like a little bit better. It has like a, I think Borderlands is kind of like the only thing I could see has like the resemblance of a Diablo skill tree. You know, you add points. And Diablo 3 doesn't have that. And you know, in the beginning, people were complaining, whatever. But now, okay, so now the game has matured. It's been Diablo 3's been out for almost about as long as long as Diablo 2 was out before Diablo 3, right? I think Diablo 3 came out like in 2013, maybe 12, maybe 14. Right? So it's a while. I'm gonna say 13. But I could be wrong. But there's no way it was 14. I think it was 13 for sure. And so Diablo 3 is out, right? I played it, I liked it, and I played with friends too, which made it way cooler. You know, something I couldn't do in Diablo 2, because when you play online Diablo 2, everyone was just like so powerful. And that's how, as a matter of fact, that's the way you would get good gear. You know, you just join all these high levels lobbies, and they'll drop stuff. You know, cool things. Either that or they'll kill you for it. You know, because that's one thing you could do in Diablo 2. You could PvP. You could join a lobby where it's allowed to kill, and it could be fun. You know, killing your friends or whatever. I mean, I would get killed by like these high levels. Yeah, I remember that being so fun. And the max level in that game was like 20 or something. Like, it wasn't that much. It was very low compared to Diablo 3 where you reach level 70. It's insane. Anyway, the Diablo 4 demo looks really cool, right? And it's got like that Diablo 2 atmosphere with Diablo 3 plus engine. Ah, man. So I'm talking about Diablo 3 here. So how I got hooked into it again is they released the Eternal Edition for PS4, which is essentially just a port, right, for the newer console. And it's, I got it. It was promising because everything the PS3 lacked, like good netcode, everything lagged when you played online. It was only good for a single player game, but even then it would frame drop when there was too many enemies. If they actually even allowed too many enemies, because I think it would there would be a certain like a limit of enemies that could be on screen at a time, and they removed that factor and for the PS4 edition, because now it could handle way more enemies, right? It's the new gen, it's way stronger console. So I get it. I get the Eternal Edition. I play it again with what the hell with the same buddies how I played Diablo 3 originally. Back with the PS3 days, I would call it. And I beat it, but then I was just sort of like, well, okay, that was this. I got like the same satisfaction as I did when I beat it back in the PS3 era. You know, there was nothing new. It was like, okay, it's not even a challenge really, because you could just go through the game and not really fear for anything, right? I mean, yeah, enemies could be tough, but all you do is try again. You know, there's not much of a error to it. And maybe that's my fault, you know, for not discovering this what I'm about to say, which will be when I discovered hardcore, hardcore Diablo, and you know, it's kind of like seeing. It's kind of like noticing something, like something you noticed before but never really want to acknowledge it or messed with, because you know you're fine with what you had. You know, I was fine with just playing Diablo 3, but then I pressed this button and you know death is permanent. You know, there is no, oh, I died, let me just wait 5 seconds so I can spawn again and I kill this enemy which is already half health, because I already took half his health before he killed me. So I'm gonna just spawn again and kill him. You know, in hardcore, it makes you think twice and sometimes 3 times before you even try to do something like that, because it's you know, if you mess up in hardcore, if you don't press the escape button when your health is at a good level and you die, that's it. You know, your character is gone. I mean, I don't know if it's made up or not, but I think there was like some things called like resurrection stones. You know, things that allow you to cheat death, like for a few like seconds or so. Like I think the monk has a skill, a passive ability that if the health drops, like if I have 30% health or something and I'm about to get one-shotted, a skill will activate that will get me health in, and you know, I could avoid death that way. But it could only works once every minute or so. But there's items that, you know, that can, like, you could pick up and doing rifts that will like actually help you from not dying, aside from passive skills, you know, like little gadgets, widgets, if you could say. And they work the same as that passive skill, but you know, they're made to prevent you from dying, you know, taking a one shot. So I always thought it was really cool, but obviously they're not forever, right? They all got like a cooldown. You know, they can't make it so you can't die. You know, that's the whole point of playing hardcore, is you're meant to die. And you will. And yeah, when you die, you know, it kind of stings your cooch for a bit, but then you get over it, and you know, once you play hard, I can't go back to playing. Once you touch hardcore, I don't think I can ever go back from like playing Diablo again without it being hardcore. You know, like how fun is it to go around, do a rift, not die, and then, you know, feel accomplished, like, yeah, fuck yeah, you know, I didn't, you know, I beat the game. That's basically what it is, right? I beat the game without dying. Think about it like that. I'm playing Diablo and I haven't died, right? Well, as it playing normal, it's just, oh, I'm playing Diablo, I'm gonna try this hard ass mission or a hard rift. Oh, I died. Okay, well, they're too hard right now. Let's just level up. Or, oh, look at this boss. Yeah, he killed me, but hey, I'm about to spawn again and I already got him at half health. So I could just kill him like really easily right now. Okay, hold on. And but hardcore takes away that. It takes away the, you know, the cushion from falling. You know, it's actually, it's meant to hurt. And it's, I like it. It's just way better. It's kind of like It's the oldest game. Diablo. No one plays Diablo 3 anymore. Are you fucking serious? This game came out about to be 7 years ago. No one's playing Diablo anymore. Unless you're playing hardcore, which is always fun. Well, at least in my perspective, right? It's all about perspective. How it can be so cool just die, and now you're like, oh man, you know, my character died in Diablo. Now I can make a new character. Now I have to make a new character. And you know, it's really not that bad because you keep your Paragon level, which is nice. Meaning once you hit 70 again, you start again in the Paragon level you were left at. And every item you didn't pick up every item you stashed in your box along the way will be there. So if I die right now, every item I have in my inventory will go away with me. But every item I stored will be there for the next character, right? The next character can level up really quick that way, because it already has really good armor. It already has everything this one used, you know, so it's really not that bad. And plus, now you know why you died. Now you know you can be a knucklehead and take on this challenge when clearly you just got stumbled upon. You just, you know, and it's something you don't learn on normal mode. You know, you don't learn to be careful in normal playthroughs, because yeah, that shit killed me. So what? I killed it right after I spawned. You know, in hardcore you make sure that you won't make that mistake again, because now you have to start all over again. You know what I said before, you're playing Diablo and you haven't died. Whereas you're playing a normal character and you got like several deaths on you, but who cares when you could just keep playing endlessly. And since I touched hardcore, I can't find that mode any interest at all. It's just way too boring to die and just wait for the spawn timer to go down so I can come back to life. It's just not even fun at all. So I don't know, that's my take, and that's what I've been learning, you know, after like a few hardcore deaths on Diablo. And kind of like what I'm still learning, right? Because I just realized the fact that once I died on hardcore, and whatever I had on me just went to the grave with the character, I realized that some of the seasonal items that were given out are unobtainable anymore. So now there's a few items that, you know, I kind of fucked up this character on this seasonal journey, because it's still possible to get for me to get a few items, but there was 2 items that I was carrying on my other character, and now they're gone like forever, because I was being a bigot and I died without knowing, without realizing that, hey, Diablo 4 can be pretty dangerous. I mean, Diablo 3 can be pretty dangerous sometimes, especially on hardcore. You know, I didn't measure it correctly, and that's something normal Diablo doesn't let you experience, right? It doesn't punish you for your mistakes, so you keep making them. But anyway, I think that's gonna do it for like this like free flow. I don't know, I just kind of wanted to talk for a bit, and since Diablo 3 is what I've been like just messing around with for like a couple of days now, I figured I'd make a video of it, you know. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, you know, whatever below, and you guys can stay tuned for the next video I decide to come up with, and I'll catch you all later. Peace.